All right, all right, all right. We live. What's going on, people? Native girl, what's going on? How you been? It's good to see you. Snapback, what's going on, man? How's it going? How's it going? Just waiting for a few people to come on in here, man. This was an unscheduled live, man. I just decided to go live. It was unscheduled, so I'm just waiting for a few people to get in here before we start up. How y'all been today on this Tuesday? That's good. What you been up to, native girl? What's up, Nerd? C Cam, what's good with you? Hope all is well. Hope y'all are doing good. Let's see. Hold on, let me cut on my other monitor real quick so I can see what's going on in here. Hot in Maryland, yeah, man. It was hot today, man. It was real hot today, man. I don't know what the hell going on with this weather, but good God. I just got through with the 4th of July festivities in my little town, man. They do a little fair and all that stuff for the 4th of July. And I worked a lot. I worked a lot. So just getting over that, man, trying to get back motivated to get these videos out for y'all and stuff like that. Working on that 4th of July video to come out tomorrow for it. I know that's right. Glad to be off for real. For real. I just went to Taco Tuesdays, had me a few tacos, and now I'm back. Decided to go live. Gray Cider, what's going on? How you been? I don't know, man. Why is my count? I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now, but they messing up some stuff. So let me check something out real quick. When am I starting my instructor class? So okay, so it's a little process to go through, man. I actually was accepted into the instructor class about a year and a half ago, somewhere around there. And what initially you have to do is you have to go for one day and you do a qualification. You have to qualify before they actually schedule your class. And your qualification has to be a 92 or better. Last time I went, I did all 100, so I'm not really worried about that. So after I do my qualification, that'll be in August. They'll schedule me a class like a month out from there, and then I'll start my 2-week class, a 2-week course that I have to do, and then I have to pass the state exam, and then after that, I'll be a firearms instructor. But initially, I will only be a firearms instructor for the basic law enforcement training. So for police academy is what I'm initially going to be for. I have to go back for another 8 hours, 8-hour course to do the concealed carry and stuff like that. But I can teach anything really without that. But I really want to start doing concealed carry also. So it'll probably be by the first of the, hopefully by the first of the year, I'll be certified to do everything that I want to do as far as teaching concealed carry and firearms instructor and all that stuff. We'll see. Okay, I'm trying to do two things at one time, guys. Hold on, man. All right, we got that. All right. All right. So what else is going on, y'all? What else? Like I said, I didn't have no topic or nothing to talk about. I just want to come on here and holler at y'all, man, and see how y'all been doing and everything. That's all. I really don't have nothing to talk about. Nothing's on my mind. I was just bored, wanted to do something. So what's going on? Put the lights on in the background. All right, hold on. Let me do that. See, Native Girl trying to set the mood. She trying to set the mood. You know what I'm saying? All right. Jack says tips and tricks for people getting into law enforcement to help prepare for the process and make it smoother. I don't know exactly what state you are in, but if you're in North Carolina, man, excuse me. Best thing you can do is just tell the truth about, there's a form that's called the F3. You have to fill out the F3. It's a whole booklet of all your background and all that stuff. Just be as truthful as can be on it, man. Your initial process to get into law enforcement is a very long process. It's about a 4-month process because they got to go through all the paperwork, then they got to do your background, then they got to go interview your neighbors, you know what I'm saying, people that you know, people that you put down. They might even go interview some of your teachers and stuff like that, man. So depending on what department you go to and how thorough that department is what you're going to have to deal with. So it's usually about a 3 to 4 month process. Just try to be patient, and like I said, man, try to be as truthful as possible on that paperwork, man, because you don't want nothing to come out later on and then you just wasted your time. You know what I'm saying? B-Law, I'm smoking on the Griffins. It's a little cheap cigar that I got, man. I got this, man, a while ago, man, and I didn't like them when I first got them, but they've been sitting in my humidor for like 8 or 9 months, and I decided to smoke another one just to try it out. And I think I got like a 10 pack of them, and I'm just smoking it because I didn't want to get one of my good cigars. I just want to smoke on something. Mr. Fortis, Smith and Wesson, what's going on, man? Okay, what about further the academy and the FTO process? Okay, so the academy is supposed to weed out, you know, good or bad officers. That's what it's supposed to do. So you're gonna be doing a lot of running, a lot of push-ups, a lot of sit-ups, a lot of yes sirs, no sirs, marching, stuff like that are the things you're supposed to be doing in the academy. They try to go off of military, just not as bad as military. But just to give you some info about how the academy was for me, I actually worked a full-time job. So my schedule, I worked for a hospital. I was a security officer at a hospital, and I had the same exact schedule that I do now. It was a 12-hour shifts, Monday, Tuesday on, Wednesday, Thursday off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then vice versa on the next week. So I went to school from 8 a.m. till 5, and then I worked at the hospital from 6 to 6. So I only had an hour in the afternoons to get back and forth from school to my job, and then 2 hours in the morning to get from my job to school. So, and I still passed with flying colors, man. I passed with no problem. Main reason I passed is because I had been interested in law enforcement for so long, man. So I did a lot of studying, a lot of the laws and all that stuff I already knew. Um, I worked for an armed security company that had a company police department as well. So I worked closely with guys that was already certified to be law enforcement, and they were already cops. So they taught me a lot too. So it's one of them things, man. The academy is supposed to get you get the weak ones out. So don't let it get you out. That's all I gotta say. FTO process is the same thing, man. Field training is totally different. What you learn in the academy is going to be something totally different from what you learn on the FTO process. You're going to be going through the FTO process and be thinking, man, they didn't teach us this in the academy. And the main problem is because FTO is hands-on, and you don't there ain't nothing they can't bring up a scenario that will match to the T of what you go through on the streets. So It's just one thing, two processes that are there to make sure that you're capable of being a police officer. So I mean, like I said, it's just one of them things, man. It's, you know, you got a lot of people that just up and say, "Oh, I just want to be a police officer," and that's what the academy and FTO is supposed to weed out, man. B law, they man, I'm not gonna say they're bad because, like I said, everybody has their own palate, but I really wasn't feeling them when I first got them. I had to let them sit for a little bit. It's not that bad now though. After I let it sit, and it's probably sat for a good 8 months. After I let it sit, man, it's not that bad. It's not something that I will go out and get again, but I mean, I wouldn't mind smoking it again. I will get it again and smoke it. As far as my human, I got like 6 or 7 of them left, so I'll smoke them again. So what else is going on? Stream, what's up, man? Stream says, "What good, Diesel? I just saw the video on the SAR K12. That thing has the good looks of those discontinued CZ Tac sports. I bet all the grittiness will go away after break in." You know, I was thinking that the grittiness might go away after break in, but I don't know, man. That I was looking at it the other day after I did the video, and I was just pulling that trigger, man. I might need to get some trigger work done on it, at least to get it smooth and polished. I might just go ahead and get it polished and all that stuff. Just to see if that will take it out and help it out a little bit. But I don't know if a break-in period would actually help with that gun, man. Like I said, it is a budget gun. It is expected with a budget gun, of course. So I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with it, but listen, for $700, I think it's well worth it. I think it's well worth what you get out of that gun. Um, it shot very good. I didn't have a problem shooting it. I'm pretty sure that if I shot it more, I would be a lot better with it, and I could see somebody winning a competition with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see what it does, man. I'm hoping that break-in period is part of it, but I am gonna take it to get some trigger work done to it. I was thinking about taking it to get trigger work done next week. I was gonna drop it off next week, but I don't know, man. Got to check and make sure my funds are right. You know what I'm saying? My funds got to be right. You know what I'm saying? Jack says, "You may have covered this already before today, but what is one of the most proud moments you've had on duty that you'll never forget?" Golly. Joe Morgan, how's it going? How's it going? Uh, One of the most proud moments on duty. I've done a lot, man. I've done a lot on duty, man. And I don't just check off, you know what I'm saying? You know, I see it as a job. I'm doing my job. So it's not really one of those things like one of my most proud moments. I think all of the moments I've had have had their time and they've affected people positively in certain ways. You know, I've talked somebody out of killing themselves. I've talked somebody out of, you know, I mean, it's just I've done a lot. 16 years, man. I've done a lot, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I've gotten confessions. I've just done a lot. I can't say a most proud moment. I'm proud of all of my moments that I've had. I don't have a most proud one. There are a lot of things, and the reason, and one of the problem, probably one of the main reasons I can't say is because there's a lot of things that I've done. I just cannot or choose not to talk about. So yeah, I don't know, man. I can't really answer that question with a definite answer. You know what I'm saying? I can give you a few moments that I've had, but not like one of my most proud. You know what I'm saying? Missed the notification. Hey man, this is a last minute thing, man. I did not, schedule this or anything. I said I was out eating tacos and I said, man, I'm gonna go home and go live real quick so I can talk with my PayPal. You know what I'm saying? V Law says I need to find some good budget cigars and some good budget guns. SAR K12 is 45 and 45 Holds a lot of 45. I haven't even seen a 45. My SAR K12 is a 9 millimeter. Now some good budget cigars is it starts with a B. Boliva. I think it's Boliva. I think they're a Boliva. They're a cigar with a red label around them. Man, them things are like $2.50 a piece. And boy, I'm telling you, man, for the price, it is a great stick. That's what I take to like the beach or something like that. If I'm going there or something like that, I'll take those because smoking a cigar with a lot of wind ain't all that fun. So I might take it on the trips with me and stuff like that. Just if I can't finish one, I don't feel bad about throwing it out. So I think there's Bolivas or Bowler guards. So I can't remember the name, but B-Law, I will let you know. I'll send you a link to ones I'm talking about. JR Cigar sells them, so I'll send you a link and let you know which one. Easy TV finishing my 13-inch 300 blackout pistol build and starting GMC Yukon XL. No. Going from a gun to a damn truck. I hear you, man. That's all right. That's all right. Gort, what's going on, man? How you been? I want it for. I don't know what you're saying, Joe. Does the SAR K12 45 look just like the K12 9? Jack, we have take home cars. I have a Explorer, Ford Explorer. Yeah, Ford Explorer that I take home. So we have take home cars. We're not like, I know on the West Coast they don't take their cars home, but here on the East Coast we take our cars home. Most departments have a take home car. Now, if it's a real big department, like Charlotte, a lot of their guys don't take their cars home. I think they're trying to change that up to where they're allowing their guys to take their cars home, depending on if they live in the city or not. And that's what a lot of departments, you have to live within a certain mileage. You have to live, like with my department, you have to live within 30 miles of the city limits or the county limits or something like that. And then you'll be able to take your car home, which 30 miles, that's a good little ways. So everybody at my department take their car home. Okay, I got you, B-Law. Any tips on my chief interview? Hey, man, be straight up with them, man. Let them know what you're wanting to do. Just try to be as open with them as far as, what do you want to do now? As the chief, one of your main concerns is the well-being of the town. You know what I'm saying? Your officers and the town. You have to look after, SOPs. You have to make SOPs that benefit the town more than anything. So just keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Coming from an officer to a chief is a real big change. And you're as an officer, your main concern are you and your partners, and you know what I'm saying, you're upholding the law. But as far as chief goes, you have to keep in mind that the town is a big concern of yours. Not only the officers and keeping the officers safe, but also the town, keeping the town out of any kind of litigation or anything like that. Stimulus check. If they give number 4, I want an AK. The AK was my first cool rifle. I want a Zastava because it has 3-pin. Oh, okay. Like a Chinese. Well, I don't know about that next stimmy. I don't know if we're gonna get them or not, but I mean, I don't know. But if you want to get an AK, heck yeah, get an AK. Get you an AK, man. Shoot, I would. Gort says I'd like the SAR K12 in 10 millimeter. Well, you know what? The SAR K12 is a full metal gun, and that would probably be a nice gun in 10 millimeter, man. If y'all saw my review on that, on that Rock Island 10 millimeter, boy, that thing is a host. 10 millimeter is just that was my first time shooting 10 millimeter. And it is just a horse of a round to shoot, man. It's just golly. It's gonna take you for a ride. Stream says, man, I'm just envious of all the variety of handguns you get to pick from. At least AR parts are starting to show up in stores again. I can finish my lightweight AR build with some better parts now. That's nice. So, Stream, whatever happened with the law over there about y'all ARs and stuff like that? Did they try to stop it, or did they stop it, or what? I didn't even hear. I haven't heard any new news about that. Haven't heard any new news about that, man. Let me know. Joe Morgan says, Diesel, I found a picture of my first gun collection when I was 15. It was a Mosin SKS and a Yugo High Point 9mm, a Rossi 38 and a Mossberg 500 and stainless 45. Well, you know, I can see why you like Taurus now, because you like that High Point. I can see exactly where you get your taste from, sir. That's you all day, Joe. Wow. Man, they shot it down like an hour after I talked to you on the stream. The thing got shot down so fast. Are you serious? That is crazy, man. I just know, man, if I ever become a millionaire, I might get a house in California, but I'm not gonna claim residency there. That would not happen. Heck no. That would not happen. That's crazy. So your AR has to stay the same now because they didn't make any changes. So are they talking about anything about trying to bring it back up or anything like that? I mean, what's going to happen now? Jack, man, I appreciate it, man. Jack, I really appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you coming. Have a good one. It's the same as if Benitez ruling never happened. That's crazy, man. It shows you, and man, that just shows you, man, these Supreme Courts and all this other crap that they got to take care of this kind of stuff is really, I mean, what is it for? Otis, what's going on, man? What's going on? I'm wondering if anybody wants to come on and talk to me. I would open it up if somebody wanted to come on and talk to me. Right. Right. Even if they go to the Ninth Circuit, like, what? I mean, what then? And they'll find a way. Even if the Ninth Circuit ruled on your behalf, they will find a way to go around it. I'm pretty sure they would try to find a way to go around it. Chameleon Tech, what's going on, man? See, Native Girl like these conversations. She like when I engage with the chat. She sent me a little nasty gram the other day. You need to engage more with the chat. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to engage with you guys a little more. I'm gonna have some guests on from time to time, but that was, I just started this new setup for my live, and I was just trying some things out. You guys. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know what's going on. Something flickering. Somebody might have had a wreck or something. Anyway, but yeah, so I haven't forgot about y'all, man. Y'all my day ones, man. I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? We gonna chat. Like I said, I was just trying some things out because I got some plans for the future as far as doing some interviews and stuff like that of some other gun tubers and stuff like that. You know, I'm not the only gun tuber out there. There's a lot more out there, and I want to give some shine to them as well. My bad. It's called the K245. It holds 14 rounds of 45. All metal, looks like CD. Nice. I gotta check that out. That does sound nice. Diesel, is your department issue weapon a Glock? Yes, it is. A Glock 21. Glock 22. I'm sorry, Glock 22. Oh, it's the 40. 21. What is your opinion of people in churches being armed? I think it's a good thing. I think everybody should be armed. I think everybody should be able to defend themselves, regardless of where you're at. I feel like you should be able to do it. I don't think anybody should, especially like, you know, places like that. I mean, I can understand like a workplace or something like that if your job doesn't want you to have it or whatever. But when it comes down to like places like, you know, places of worship and stuff like that, yeah, if you want to bring a gun, bring a gun. Chilling, sad about these California laws. These politicians come up with law passed today in Cali where we can only buy one weapon in a 30-day time frame. What? Hey, bro, that's crazy. See, here in North Carolina, man, you can buy as many as you want. You can't now. You know you can't buy no more than 5 on an ATF form, of course. But you can come back the very next day and buy another 5 if you wanted to. That you could do that if you wanted to. Shot it. Yeah. Hey, D, is that a new humidor in the background? That is it is a semi-new humidor. I did on my last man cave tour, was it a man cave? No, it was an update, a humidor update. I showed that humidor. They sent me that humidor, man, about 3 or 4 months ago. So I had it for a little while, not too long, but I've had it for a little while. What up, Diesel? Go get your bread, milk, and bullets before Elsa hits. I ain't worried about no Elsa. I'll probably be working when Elsa hits, actually. And I'm far inland, so I ain't really worried about it too bad. I'm inland a little far. I ain't on the coast or nothing like that, so I ain't too worried about Elsa. Stream, man. I don't know, man. So when y'all moving out of California, let me know. B Law says we stay strapped at our church. I know B Law said he does the security at his church, so y'all better watch out. That boy can't shoot, so y'all better watch out. Otis says McDonald's is selling high points on the dollar menu. Too many choices. I hope you're well. What is your opinion of the 100 people shot over the 4th of July weekend in Chicago? I'm tired of it. So many kids shot. They keep blaming the guns. Man, listen, that's what I say all the time, man. Chicago has all these crazy gun laws, but they keep on having all these crazy shootings. And as long as we keep on doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome, it will never change. It will never change. I'm sorry, but it's not. These politicians have always, you guys know I don't really talk politics unless it has to deal with guns. But these politicians have always, since I can remember, have always tried to change some kind of law when it comes to guns, but nothing changes. We have the same problems that we had back in the 90s today, the 80s today. There's no change. And they keep on thinking that if they do this or if they do that, something's going to happen. And what do they say? Keep on the same thing, expecting change. I mean, you're crazy as hell. uh 9 Slay. What is a good shotgun to buy? Home defense. A Mossberg, man. Mossberg. Any kind, Mossberg, Remington, any kind of shotgun, really, man. Pump shotgun to be a good home defense gun. You don't need it to be like no 20-inch or nothing like that. Just a regular old 18-inch. Be a good home defense shotgun. Right, Joe. It's not about gun control. It's about control. You're totally right, man. And the crazy thing about it is, man, like we, I'm just, I'm tired of all these deaths and all that stuff, and they blaming it on the fact that, like, what can you blame it on when it comes to Chicago? Because they have some of the strictest gun laws in Chicago. Texas is probably one of the most lenient states in the United States. One of them. I know Joe Morgan lives somewhere where they're more lenient, but even where Joe lives, they don't have no kind of these kind of shootings going on like that. Like, that don't happen. It doesn't happen. That's crazy. I may just start looking before this year is out. Arizona or Nevada, my old hometown, passed a city ordinance that basically ownership tax per gun. They can enforce it. They can't enforce it, so it'll lead to registry. Oh my God. North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson is a pro-gun, right? Yeah, he is, man. Mark Robinson is pro-gun. He is. He before he had a speech one time that made him very, very, very popular about him carrying a gun, and this is before he was even lieutenant governor. And I think this is part of the reason why he was allowed, he got the votes to become lieutenant governor because of that speech. And he was basically talking about how they're changing all the laws and just affecting it only affects law-abiding citizen. It doesn't affect the criminal. And that's what he ran. That's what his speech was on. And he just became so popular after that, man. So no problem. Is it 9 Slay? Joe Morgan says life isn't fair. I'm so tired of people being like so. I mean, I'm tired of people being so oh well about it, like at at it at a fight for it or stop. Okay. I didn't read that first. Hold on. Let me get my bearings. Oh well about it. Like first stop playing. You're right, Joe. I mean, that's the thing about it, man. And see that was the thing about that. That was the thing about that. That bump stock that people didn't realize, man. Even though you didn't own a bump stock and it wasn't anything that affected you, it basically opened the door for them to go after other things because it was just so easy for them to go after the bump stock. So they thought it was just going to be that much easier to go after, like what they're going after now, which is the brace. So it's just one of the things, man. It really got to that point. If people are saying they don't care about one thing, then it just goes to show you that the government's going to try to go for other things. Smoking says, glad to catch her live tonight. I'm also a Steelers fan. Are you from up that way? Yeah, man. I was born in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, man. Little township called Susquehanna Township is where I was born. I was there for most of my childhood, and then my teenage years, I moved to Charlotte and was raised for the rest of my life in Charlotte, and that's where I've been in North Carolina ever since. So there it is. What else we got? What else we got? Any other questions? You got questions, I've got answers. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. B Law had to come in here with his stank ass Ravens. He had to. He had to. I can't wait to see what they do this year. I can't wait because last year's football season, all we did was talk a whole bunch of junk. My Pittsburgh went undefeated for the first 11 games. In that first game they lost, oh Lord, it was on. It was on. I can't wait to see what happens next year. Too many choices. That's what I'm smoking on, the Griffins. It's an all right smoke, man. It's a cheap cigar, man. I bought 10 of them for like, man, I bought 10 of them for like $18, $19 or something like that, man. Real cheap cigar. Mr. 40 says Steelers suck. Boo. Come on, man. Now you come on. Go on ahead with that. Common sense ain't common apparently when you say Eagle Nation. You know what though? I used to like the Eagles. I did used to like the Eagles until they got Terrell. And then once they got him, I had to just stick with the Steelers because I liked them both because they was both Pennsylvania. But yeah. No smoking. I have not been back to Pennsylvania. I went to Pennsylvania one time when my father died back in 2003, and I have not been. There's no reason for me to go back because my mom and dad moved to Pennsylvania, and I have no family there or nothing like that. They were the only ones of my family there, and my father passed away, and my mom is in North Carolina. So I mean, I really didn't. And the only friends I had that were there, I lost touch with them because when I left Pennsylvania, I was like 9, so I didn't keep in touch with them. So yeah, it's just I have no reason to really go up there. So I haven't really heard about much that's going on up there or nothing like that. Now, when I did go back in 2003, man, it just seemed it was dirty, man. Harrisburg was a little dirty, man. So I was like, man, I was not feeling it at all. 90 Slay. I was trying to sound smart. I got you, man. You good. Comment says you come here with that old. Oh Lord, here come a bandwagoner. We got a bandwagoner, guys. Mr. 40 says Patriot Nation. He's a bandwagoner. What them dang Patriots gonna do next year? Y'all gonna keep? Did they keep Cam Newton? I wonder if they kept Cam Newton because if they did, we all know what's gonna happen. We all know what's gonna happen. This Gort's okay. So Gort says Browns fan thinks they'd have the division in the bag. Oh, Browns. That's just like saying you're a Detroit Lions fan. Man, go ahead somewhere. You better go ahead somewhere. Steeler fan here in Mississippi. I know that's right. Big Ben, man. Listen, I this is my thing. I love Ben Roethlisberger. I love him to death. But I think it's about time for us to find a new quarterback, man. I think it's about that time. He's had his time. I would rather him get out of the game healthy and us focus on trying to find another quarterback that can take us back to the Super Bowl, man. We need that. We need number 7. You know what I'm saying? We need number 7. So I'm hoping. I love Ben. Like I said, I love Ben to death. He's done a lot for Steelers, but I think it's about time we need to be focusing on another quarterback, one that's going to be there for a little while longer. Because Ben ain't got that many more seasons, and if he even has this one in him, I think this might be his last one. If he get knocked around too bad, man, this might be a last season. He getting old. Gort says Cam is still there. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I will say, man. No, I mean, Patriots had Patriots had a good run, but I don't know, man. They ain't got the Michael Jordan no more. Common Sense Media says, man, I saw some pictures of some guns in Chicago and their weapons, and I honestly got jealous. They conversion kits and AR system with drums. I'm like, dang, I can't afford it. Well, most of the stuff they got over there, man, a lot of it's stolen. Are you talking about the guns on the streets? Or are you just talking about the residents, the law-abiding citizens? B Law says, I hope we break Ben's nose again. You would. Y'all hate us, man, because y'all can't get them championships like we got, bro. It's all good though. It's all good. Y'all get there one day. Probably not. Probably not. But y'all, I mean, y'all all right. No, you're not. You're not even all right. I mean, you're a team. You're a team in an NFL. Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing, I guess. I mean, Detroit Lions is too, but the Ravens. Ooh. Yeah, they ain't nothing. Wayne is the answer as long as you keep it away from strippers. Ah, man, that's funny. Uh, well, you got to understand, smoking. Mason hasn't been. He ain't been in the game long enough. Let him get a few plays. Let him get some games in him, man. Like they got to get. I mean, I think he would. I think he could become a very good player, man. If they just gave him some playing time. Mr. 40 says, I live in Cleveland, born and raised, and I'm not a Browns fan. And the only reason, see, that's why he's a Patriots fan, because he knows the Patriots got them championships, and he can say he's with a team. See, that's what I'm saying, man. You ain't no true Patriot fan. I'm gonna be Steelers life or I don't care. Steelers nation, baby. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm from. That's where I'm claiming. Supposedly Cam and first round pick Mac Jones from Alabama. So that says a lot. Okay, so just think about it. You got a quarterback that's supposed to be a good quarterback, right? And they have a first round pick quarterback to come on a team. That says a lot, bro. Cam Newton ain't got it no more, man. And Cam, cool. I mean, now Cam is cool. I done met him a couple times. You know what I'm saying? He smoked cigars, so he cool with me. I'm just saying, he lost it, man. I really think they hurt Cam when they told him he couldn't run that ball no more, man. They was not going to let Cam play football like he normally played football, and I think that just hurt him. We started in 2000 to have more in that time frame. Boy, get the heck up out of here, man. Too many choices. I'm a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader fan. I know that's right. Oh yeah, yeah. We gonna do good with him. I think we are gonna do good with him. But see, this is the thing about it, man. I've said this last year. First round draft pick don't mean nothing to me when it comes to NFL because coming from college to NFL is two totally different levels. Look at Tim Tebow, who was the worst choice a team could have made, and he went first round. So I don't go off of no first round pick. I want to see what you're gonna do when the season comes, man. I'm hoping he will be good for us, but there's really no telling. There's really no telling. Otis Diesel, how long you been to LEO? I've been LEO for 16 years. I graduated police academy in 2005, and since then I've been doing it, man. So 16 years going at it strong, man. Strong. Have been through some trials and tribulations, boy. This job here, boy. This profession here, boy, is whoo, man. Anybody that's wanting to get in it, boy, it's trials and tribulations. COVID F Cam's last. Yeah, you could say that. I mean, you could say that with any team. Now, man, COVID messed up the whole season, really, when you think about it. I mean, because we were supposed to play our last game. I think it was the playoff game we were supposed to play, and they had to put it off for 3 or 4 days, man, and that'll mess up a team. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't making no excuses or nothing like that, but there's a reason why last season was bad for the whole NFL. So I mean, you know, Shoot, a lot of the games, I will say this, there are a few games I thought we were going to lose, but we won because some of the players were out because of COVID, because of the I'm not supposed to say that word, but because of what that sickness, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it helped a lot of teams and it hurt a lot of teams too, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Joe, I feel you, man. I feel you. It is like that, man. You still got people wearing masks. B Law says, "Dang, on 5 hours just getting out of high school, boy, you better shut your mouth, boy. You better shut your mouth, boy. This gray on this bed ain't here because I'm soft. You know what I'm saying? Now you better shut your mouth. Tell the strippers to come on out. Shoot, I wish." Native girl, I wasn't saying that as a bad thing. I was just saying like it has really affected a lot of people because people are still wearing masks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't saying it in a bad way. I think I was supposed to graduate in 2007. Strippers do Zoom calls now. B Law would know. B Law one of them ones, boy. He be throwing them ones, boy. B Law. He one of them ones that be throwing them ones. People will be wearing masks in 2049. I'm hoping they won't. I'm hoping they won't. I mean, I'm hoping we come with some kind of cure or something like that to where we don't have to wear these masks no more, man. For real. For real. B Laws ate through quarters and got kicked out. I tried to use my card, man. It came out with something brown on it. So I was like, man, this ain't the place for me. Tried to swipe that thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, I'm making a mess. I'm trying to take this dang thing off. So what are some guns that people gonna try to buy the next few weeks, man, before the end of the year, man? I want to know some guns. Who's trying to buy some guns? Thin blue line. What's going on, man? How you be? um, too many choices. What the hell? Why is this damn thing not coming on? So my favorite rifle in my collection right now, hmm, my MPX, man. I love my MPX. My MPX and my 7.5 inch AR run a close 1 and 2, but my MPX is gonna take that. Um, Favorite shotgun is Benelli M4, and I don't have a favorite handgun, man. I can't give a favorite. I have so many handguns, and when I go to try to choose which one I'm gonna carry for the day, I usually go with my Sig 320X carry, and that's because it's already finished. It's got everything done to it. But if I don't want to carry that, man, I have a hard time choosing what I want to carry. So I don't have a fair. I can't say a fair. Anytime somebody asks me that, I tell you 1911 is my favorite build. But as far as a favorite carry, I don't know, man. I can't say that. I can't say what it is. I'm not gonna. IWI Masada. I was thinking about getting one of those pretty soon, man. Common sense. Those are some nice guns, man, and they're still getting good reviews on them. So I was thinking about getting one of those pretty soon. I don't know exactly when, but I am really thinking about getting one. Diesel TV opinion on the 5.56 AK. I don't know if I do that. I don't know if I would, man. 5.56 AK. Probably wouldn't. I don't know, man. I'd have to have somebody build it first and shoot it and give me their opinion on it. Somebody I trusted. Other than that, man, I ain't no. I wouldn't build. I wouldn't build one just to be building one. I wouldn't do that. Not right now. Nilo says they want a shotgun and a Glock. I'm sorry, I don't know if you're female or male, but the picture looks like a female. But Nino Slay says shotgun and a Glock 19. Glock 19 is a good gun, very good gun. I don't carry mine no more because I carry a Glock on duty, so I carry my SIG off duty majority of the time. I need a shotgun. I gave my dad and my sister my old one. What kind of shotgun you trying to get, B-Law? Oh, West Virginia went away with the tax on guns and ammo. Nice. Nice. AR-10-65 Creedmoor. I hear you, man. I was thinking about getting a 6.5 Creedmoor, man, but I just want to get a 308 first. No bullpup. I hear you. Keith, what's going on, man? How you be? From the DMV. I hear you, man. I hear you. I want the Bentley. I just didn't want to pay that much. Yeah, but see, you know what? The thing about it is there are a few guns that are on my list that I've been looking at here lately, but I'm not getting them because they are way too expensive right now, man. They are way too expensive. So I'm gonna wait until it goes down a little bit before I buy one. So Gort CZ Shadow 2, very good gun, very good shooting gun, very good shooting. I love my CZ Shadow 2. I got the CZ75 Shadow Tac 2. That's what I have. You're gonna make me spend my son's college fund on MPX if you keep talking about it, Ella. Listen, your son can find some other way to pay for college. You need that MPX. Trust me. You need that MPX. Have your son go work at daggone Dollar Tree or something. Get his own college fund. Nino says, I guess you get what you pay for. Yeah, man, but it's hard to pay those prices when you knew that the prices were so much less, so much cheaper back when. You know what I'm saying? Oh, won't be for a while, but I'm looking for Smith & Wesson Model 29 Classic to show up somewhere. Why are you looking for that? Is that sentimental values or you just want one? Because I was looking for a Smith & Wesson 5906 for at least 10 years before I found one. I finally got one, but it literally, I wanted one for 10 years before I found one. And the one I got was off of I can't remember what it was, but I got it real cheap too. But what Stream, why you want that Smith & Wesson Model 29 Classic? Too many choices. I want a Draco just because reasons. Hey, man, listen. Everybody's asking me why I don't get a Draco. I don't want no Draco. They've been in too many rap videos. I don't want a Draco. I don't. I want a regular AK. B-Law says a gunsmith said the 5.56 AK are great, but hard to find parts. You know what? I could see that because I've never even really seen that much, or even heard about that much of I've heard about the 5.5, but like not that many people talk about them. So I could see probably because it's not that popular. So you're not going to be able to get that many parts for it. Common Sense says, are the P80 builds on Glocks trash? I wanted to do it, but somebody told me of the malfunctioning issue. No, they are not trash. It's just that the people are not building them correctly. They're not doing them how they're supposed to be done. So they're not trash. And the reason why I say they're not trash, because I've shot 3 different ones and they ran flawlessly. They ran just as good as my Glock, my factory Glock. And it basically had me thinking about getting one, but I can't see myself. The reason why I don't have a P80 is I can't see myself paying $200 more for a P80 than I get a regular factory Glock that's already built. P80, I got to do all the work myself and pay $200. A factory Glock, I get it for $200 less because I get the blue line. So I just can't see myself buying the P80, building it, and paying over what I would pay for a factory Glock when I can take that $200 and Gucci it out if I want to, which I'm not a Gucci feller. You know what I'm saying? I don't do anything Gucci because I'm not a Gucci feller. That's just not my type of thing. Now there are a few guns that I'm going to add a few things to just to finish them up. You know what I'm saying? I want to try out some compensators. I've never had a compensator on my gun before. Now I've had them on my 1911s, but as far as a polymer gun, I've never had a compensator on my gun. So there's 2 or 3 guns I want to put some compensators on and see how well they function and if the compensators work how they say they work. And I'm gonna do a few videos on that too, let you guys see all that. But as far as a P80, man, they run fine as long as you do it how they're supposed to be done. B-Law says KSG, Mossberg, or Remington. What is your opinion on the 7.5 or the 8.5 300 Blackout SBR as a truck gun for self-defense? Hey, 300 Blackout is a great truck gun caliber. It's just a very good caliber for a truck gun. It's a great gun caliber for home defense, man. Very good caliber for home defense. 7.5. You could do I don't know, man. I don't know about that 7.5. Scar ACR prices, they are very high right now. I want a 44 auto mag one day. Great Sider, that's some good, that's a good choice right there. 45 auto mag. I hear you, man. No, I just want a Dirty Harry gun, LOL. I'll probably also get a Smith & Wesson weighted 100 for as well. Okay, nice. Okay, I get your stream. Yeah, that Smith & Wesson 29 is a Dirty Harry. I thought it was like some kind of sentimental value or something to it, because that's the only reason I wanted my Smith & Wesson. That Smith & Wesson 5906. I got a story behind that. That Smith & Wesson 5906 was the first gun I ever purchased. I purchased it used from another guy I worked with at a security company, and I was only 18 when I purchased it. But see, you can't buy through an FFL, but you can buy through a personal sale at 18, and I bought it from him. And I got it taken from me. Law enforcement took it from me. Some police officers took it from me because I was working for a security company that was not certified to be a security company. Had no idea they weren't certified to be a security company. They had just recently lost their license, and they didn't tell any of the employees. And so they came up there on one of our sites and just took all of our guns and stuff like that. I mean, embarrassed the heck out of us. But yeah, they took my gun, and the judge basically had them destroy my gun because I don't know why they had them destroy my gun, because I was never charged with anything. So yeah. My logic is important to have import guns, but I want the logistics of ammo in case of importation stuff. Oh, okay, I got you, Joe. Why in the world is defense round close to $2 a round? What defense round are you talking about? Because I know some like defense rounds really didn't go up as much as FMJs. FMJs went up crazy high compared to defensive rounds. Some AK, some 5.56 AK take AR-15 mags. That's crazy, man. Well, too many choices. If you build a P80, man, make sure you're doing it right. Make sure you follow the directions to the T. So yeah, just be yeah. So have a Glock G40 10mm for home defense. Is that a good for home defense? Hey man, any gun that you can shoot very well is good for home defense. But that 10 mil, man, is a house. That 10 millimeter is a house, boy. I'm telling you. Keith Hilton enjoyed hanging down in Charlotte. Hey man. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Yeah, I forgot about that. Keith Hilton came to Charlotte, man. We had lunch. We chopped it up for a minute, man. It was good to see him, man. I gave him a gift. How'd that gift work out for you anyway, man? How'd it work out for you? what I gave Keith, I gave him some body armor. Some body armor that I wasn't using no more. He was talking about, doing some private security and stuff like that. And I asked him if he had body armor, and it just so happened I had some laying around that I wasn't using. So I gave him a few panels, and he said he was going to use it. So how'd it work out for you, bro? Put a compensator on one of your SIGs. I seen a guy put a mini comp on his 365. Yeah, I'm gonna put a compensator. I'm gonna put a full size compensator on my Legion. My SIG P320 X5 Legion. I'm gonna put a compensator on that. I saw a video on that today, and I loved how that compensator looked, man. And it should go flush with where the flashlight sticks out at. So I'm gonna put a compensator on that and see how that works out, man. Because the X5 Legion already is a light shooter. I mean, I'm telling you, bro, that gun shoots like butter, like melted butter. I mean, it shoots great. So I'm thinking I'm hoping that compensator might just help it out a little bit more, man. So if it does, man, that might be. Listen, that might be one of my best. That CZ Shadow is probably one of my best shooting guns right now. That CZ Shadow. No, I haven't shown that one. But that CZ Shadow is probably one of my best shooting guns that I've shown on the channel. All right, I'm kind of. Judge sounds like the type to destroy an AR-15. Critical defense rounds. Oh, okay, yeah. Hornady has gone up on their rounds. I got agency arms compensated for my G19. How'd that work out, man? Do you like the agency? I was looking at the agency compensator for the Glock 19, for my Glock 19 also. Because I got a threaded barrel on it, but I don't have a holster. And that's one of the things that's holding me up with getting it. I don't want to have to buy a whole new holster. I don't have a holster for my X5 Legion yet. So I was thinking about getting that compensator and then getting a holster for that compensator. Joe Morgan says it's hard to screw up a P80. There are even videos now. Man, don't say that, bro. Because anything you got to do on yourself when it comes to, because them guns have to be precise. So I've heard of some people butchering a P80. Is Terran Tactical IYO worth the money for the upgrades? Can't see spending that much when I can get a SIG Legion or a CZ Shadow out the box. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Terran Tactical has made a name for itself through John Wick, and I feel like Terran Tactical has some very, very good stuff, just not worth the money. I think it's a little overpriced for what you're getting. So yeah, I don't think so, man. Now if Terran Tactical was doing straight up custom guns for what you want and you paid the same price of what you're paying now, I could see it. But these are guns you can just buy. They have mass produced and you can just buy them, man. I don't feel like that's worth no $3,000 or $4,000. Well, Gort said 300 blackout still $2 around here. Well, that's because it's still hard to find. 300 blackout is kind of hard. In my area, it's hard to find. You ain't getting it. So you have some people that will pay that price because it's so hard to find. It's the bomb ordering the plates next week. What plates are you getting? You shouldn't need any plates for that body armor. All you should need is the Velcro. Because I gave you the holder and all that stuff. I gave you everything. I gave you outer carrier, inner carrier. Only thing I didn't give you is the Velcro for the inner carrier. What body armor do you wear outside of the uniform armor? Oh, for my outer carrier, we have shoot, I want to say Surefire, but it's not Surefire. It is Safariland. Safariland body armor is what we carry. Point Blank, which is Safariland, but it's I think it's either Point Blank or Safariland. Comp on a G19X. What kind of comp you got on that G19X, B-Law? Perfect. I wanted to ask because I was in the military. I wanted to order the plate carrier with a front and back plates and 2 side plates. Would it be too heavy for movement? So what I gave Keith was the soft body armor. I didn't give him any plates. He got soft body armor. It's a lot lighter than the plate carriers. Plate carriers are just so bulky and so heavy, man. I've never worn a plate carrier. I don't wear plate carriers. I wear the soft body armor. So I wouldn't know, man. I've seen when I worked Homeland Security, some of the guys on Homeland Security would get that stuff, and then they would ask people to help them take it off because it was just so heavy, man. So I don't know, man. I just never really looked at getting any plate carriers. Too many choices, man. You be good, man. Appreciate you coming. Then Blue says, is it hard for law enforcement to find ammo like your department? Yeah, we are back ordered. I think my chief said he ordered ammo in 2019 and still hasn't gotten it yet. So we're running real low. I can't even get practice ammo to go to the range with because we're getting so low on ammo. So yes, it is a back order. That's why it's so, because some companies have a government contract that they have to put law enforcement first. That's why ammo has become behind, because they're behind on law enforcement ammo. So yes, there is a back order. 2019, he ordered it and we still have not gotten it yet. So, all right, Keith, go ahead and DM me. Bonnie says, rumor has it you can use a toilet paper roll as a silencer for a 22 long rifle. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, Joe. Listen, there is a lot of body armor out there. There's a lot of body armor. It's cheaper to get the plate carriers instead of the soft body armor, because soft body armor has to be tailored to your body. You can't just get a universal fit soft body armor, because it's not going to do what it's supposed to do. Soft body armor is supposed to absorb the impact, and if it's not fit to your body, it won't absorb the impact like it's supposed to. Plate carriers do the same thing, but plate carriers are more universal because they are so much they are a lot more dense than soft body armor. So you can get soft body armor plates for like $250, $300, man, a whole kit. I don't know how well they work. Now, I'm not gonna say how well they work. And a lot of these, I've seen some YouTube videos where they take soft body armor. I mean, they take the plate carriers and you know what I'm saying? They do tests on them. What a lot of people don't understand is if you do not take care of that plate carrier, it could shatter inside its packaging. So it could have splinters and all that stuff inside its packaging, and that makes it unreliable. So if you have a plate carrier and you drop it or something like that, it could splinter and then it won't be reliable. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. If you get a plate carrier that's supposed that's like let's say an AR 500 plate carrier, and you drop it and it splinters, it's not reliable. So a lot of these channels that have done the test, I don't know how well they took care of their plate carriers. And then when they fail, it's like, okay, was it splintered? How long did you have it? Where did you keep it? Stuff like that. Yes, I do own revolvers. I had somebody ask me to do a video on revolvers, man. Revolvers are not my thing, man. They are not my thing. I haven't bought a revolver in years. I got some old revolvers that were handed down to me. I bought one revolver back in 2000 and maybe 8. It was like a Smith and Wesson ultralight or something like that. And they just sit in my safe, man. I'm not interested in revolvers. Revolvers really do not tickle my fancy. There's not anything that really, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm interested in, I've read on, or anything like that. That's why I haven't really done a video on any of my revolvers, because they're just not interesting to me, and I can't put the enthusiasm that I put in on my guns on these videos would not be there on the revolvers. So I just have not done a video. Don't plan on doing a video either, man. I don't, like I told you guys, I don't plan on showing all my guns anyway. And those were just one that I just did not want to show. I've got maybe 8 or 9 of the exact same ARs I have not shown you guys, because they're the same ones. There's no reason for me to show them. I just did a build. I bought a whole bunch of lowers and a whole bunch of build kits, and I just built some ARs, and they're all the same. So there's no reason for me to show them to you. You know what I'm saying? Common Sense says, are you a fan of ankle holsters? I always thought it would be too far to reach. No, I'm not a fan of ankle holsters. I think ankle holster is a huge liability for somebody to get shot in the back of the head or something like that. And like you said, it is too far to reach, man. There is no good training on how to get to your gun quick on an ankle. There's no good training. Now, if you have nowhere else to put it, and the ankle is the only place really that's to put it, I can understand why somebody would carry it there, but I don't think it's a good place to carry it at all, like all the time. They asked for a hanger for the carrier when ordering. That must mean, yeah, it's good to put your carrier on a hanger, and it's good to put it on a hanger that's built for that vest. Don't just put it on any kind of hanger, because it's gonna fall. But yes, that's why, because the hanger allows it to dry out and it keeps it off the ground, because sometimes you might drop something on it or something like that. So yeah, there is a reason why they offer hangers with the carriers. I've put Scott 9mm through a soft repeatedly. Yeah, was it a brand new soft armor or something? I've shot some soft armor and it stopped it. The only thing that has ever gone through a soft armor that I've seen is a full metal jacket. And that, man, those full metal jackets are just a crazy dumb round, man. They're just a crazy dumb round. Hollow points have a hard time going through Kevlar because the fabric eats up the inside of it and it stops the bullet. Now, full metal jackets, man, they go through a lot easier. I've seen armor stop it too, though. So Monty says, I seen a guy make his own body armor. He used like a few dozen layers of Kevlar and he used epoxy resin double layered on both sides, and it worked. That boy good. That boy good. Coming to America voice. So yeah, I mean, like, you can use a lot of things for body armor, man. I've seen people get 500 AR 500 steel plates and put them in some fabric and wear them. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that can stop bullets, man. But sometimes it's best to just go ahead and buy it from a reputable company that you trust, and that stuff like that. Not a big fan, not a big 1911 guy, but looking to pick up one for the collection. I know you're into them. What brand should I look into, man? Colt's always a good brand. If you want to go a little bit cheaper, Rock Island will give you the most bang for your buck. Kimber has come down on their prices, but they've also come down on their quality. So, I mean, if you get a Kimber, it wouldn't be a bad thing, but they're not as good as they used to be. There are a lot of 1911s out there. Taurus makes a great 1911. SIGs, Springfield makes a great 1911. SIG makes an awesome 1911. I mean, probably the highest I go is Colt, and then I'll probably go down to SIG or Taurus from there, man. So listen, you get what you pay for, though, man. You really do get what you pay for when it comes to those 1911s. Native Girl says, I want to try the under breast carry. I sure help you with that. I help you with that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I have a 1984 Court Python nickel. Oh wow, in their perfect condition that I bought from a retired FL trooper. Man, that Colt 19 Colt Python is nice, man. You probably get some good money for it. Yeah, those plate carriers are real heavy. Nigga girl, you need some help, you let me know. Let me know. B Law said Nighthawk. Don't even look at Nighthawk. Nighthawk is way expensive. Very good guns. Now you do get what you pay for, but they are very expensive. If I could ever afford a Nighthawk, I will be getting one. But they are very expensive 1911s. Monty on here started some trouble. So I don't know if y'all know, but I'm trying to get me a Strybog. B Law says Taurus makes that chrome and gold 1911. I need one. I haven't even seen that, man. I always wanted the shoulder holster until I tried to shoot the draw. Almost shot my arm off. Oh Lord. Yeah, common sense. You don't need that, buddy. You don't need that at all. Yeah, man. Wilson Combat overpriced. Wilson Combat is actually not overpriced. Wilson Combat makes a phenomenal 1911. I mean, just like Dan Wesson makes a phenomenal 1911. Not overpriced. They are just high priced. Very good guns, though, man. If you haven't shot one before, shoot one and you'll know what I'm talking about. Very, very good. Keith Hilton, man, I appreciate the Cash App, man. I really do appreciate that Cash App. Keith Hilton just sent me a Cash App, y'all. So, but I do appreciate that. And I appreciate that there, partner. What about Ruger 1911? Ruger makes a good 1911 too, man. Yeah, Ruger does make a good 1911. Listen, a lot of these companies that are gun companies that make 1911s make real good ones. Now, I've never actually owned a Ruger 1911. I've owned a Sig Colt. Now y'all getting into my collection that I ain't really showing y'all, but Sig Colt, and I was trying to get a Taurus, man, but I couldn't find one. What is the other one I have? I have Sig Colt, Springfield, Rock Island, and there's one more. Oh, well, the Para Ordnance is really not a 1911, so Para Ordnance too. Para Ordnance makes a good 1911. Appreciate it, man. Wasn't sure what companies have good names with 1911. Don't need nothing that fancy, but something that will look good and safe. LOL. Yeah, man. Just try to listen. I will tell you, man. Sigs, with Sig, Colt, Kimber, all those, you're going to go from the 1500s and up. Maybe $1,100. You might find a good Sig one for. Springfield, you're going to go in the high 100s. Para Ordnance and Rock Island, you're going to go to the mid to low 100s. So that's just the area of buying where just depending on what you want. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but they do make concealed carry bras. Remember, my wife and I have been looking into other than waist carry. Yeah, they do make concealed carry bras. They make concealed carry panties as well for women. So I mean, there's a lot of concealed carry for women out there. There's a lot of concealed carry for men too. But scope out what's going on, man. Yeah, Keith, I did check it, man. I appreciate the Cash App, man. Appreciate that. I'm not really happy with Ruger. Yeah, Joe Morgan had a problem with one of his Rugers, but see, you're talking about a Ruger. You're not talking about a 1911. 1911 is just a different gun when it comes to handguns, man. You don't find as many problems with 1911s as you do with these striker fire guns. So, yeah. Scope out, what's your best precision rifle? I don't have a long distance precision rifle, man. All my stuff is more tactical. That's why I said the next rifle that I really wanted to get was a 308, because I did want to start getting into the long distance shooting and stuff like that, man. But I don't have anything that can really reach out like that. You know, even my 16-inch ARs have, one has an EOTech, one has a two of them have iron sights on them. They don't even have red dots or anything on them, but I only do red dots or holographic sights and stuff like that on them. I haven't done any, 32X or anything like that on them. Not yet anyway. I'm gonna get into it, but not right. I mean, I was more of the tactical kind of collector. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been in. Santee, what's going on? How you doing, Gib? I have a pair of orders, 1245 for the 1990s. Remington bought, was left a pair of USA, and we know how that story ended. Yeah, well, see, Para Ordnance has a actual factory in North Carolina, it's in Pineville, where they're making some of their 1911, some of their guns. I don't know what they're making there, but some of their guns. Yes, I do have I have two ACOGs scope out. I do have two ACOGs. One's on my AK build and one's on an AR build. And I like the ACOG. I do like the ACOG, but that's still not a long distance from my standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Working on seeing a sniper rifle, that's not a sniper rifle. Reticle. So I'm familiar with 1911, but I guess I'll see what they do. It's cool. My dad. No business. Right. I get you, Joe. I get you. Did y'all check your Winchester ammo? I don't have any Winchester ammo. And I do have Winchester. I have Winchester Rangers, but my Winchester Ranger ammo is a little older. It's not anything newer. Diesel bought fake cogs. What do you mean? My ACOG. If they're fake, they better not be fake what I paid for them. I've had those ACOGs for a while, though, man. I've had those ACOGs for like 7 or 8 years. I've had those ACOGs for a little while. And they're like, man, ACOGs are good, man, but not for close quarters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got the magnification on them, so they're not really for close quarters as much as like a regular old red dot. I don't like it for that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Common sense, yeah, man. I mean, if you can get to one of them young whippersnappers, you know what I'm saying? Them Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you can get to them, man. Yeah, man. Talk to them, man. Try to redirect them and get them out the streets, man. We shooting each other too much. I know it was a joke. What's up, Miss K? How you doing? Hollow Sun 510C is a hard to beat as an AR optic. I like Hollow Sun. Hollow Sun's not bad. Hollow Sun is not bad. You know what I'm saying? I have went more with the Sig Romeo and the Vortex sight when it comes to my red dot though here lately, because they were having a huge sale on them, and I just bought like 8 or 9 of them when they was having that sale. Palmetto State, matter of fact, was having a sale. It was like the end of 2019. It was having a sale. I bought like 8 or 9 of them, and I was just slapping them on everything I built. That's why I say my ARs look pretty much identical. The last few that I've built. Suns or Bucks, man. I don't really watch basketball like that, but I will say the Suns. How about that? Santee said the Suns. Santee, what's the next gun you gonna buy? That's what I want to ask you. What is the next gun you gonna buy? Miss K, you too, because Miss K, you know, Miss K got some nice stuff. I need to do another. I need to do another rating my subscribers' guns. That's what I need to do. I only watch football. That's all I watch. Football. I might do a little bit of soccer here and there, but I like football more than anything. I think basketball has just gotten so soft, and football's starting to get soft too, though. But basketball just got so soft, man. Nice. Chiefs. Go Chiefs. Man, get the hell out of here. Get that bull crap. Oh man, Santee, that's good, man. That'll be awesome. If you need help, I will help you. But what I mean, like building your own AR is not hard at all. This is what I tell people when they're building their first AR, build the lower first. Just go ahead and build the lower because you don't need really no special tools or anything like that. You know, it is a little bit, you know, you got to take your time with it. But building the AR, if you're going to start building the AR, start building the lower first and just buy the upper done already. Buy a fully built upper and just do the lower piece by piece. Get that down and then go to building your uppers. And then you'll already know how to build a lower, and it won't take you that long how to build an upper, man. Because that gas block and all that stuff with that upper is a little, you know, it took me a little while to get used to doing those. You know, it took me about 3 or 4 builds before I was like, okay, I'm good with it. But it is a lot. It is. Joe Morgan says it is a lot of fun building your own. It is, and once you do it, man, it might be your favorite one because you put that blood, sweat, and tears in it. You know what I'm saying? Once you lose a couple of them springs come flying out and stuff like that, yeah, it's gonna be some blood, sweat, and tears. Glock 19X may be the first best Glock. What? Glock 19 is the first best Glock. How long is it supposed to take? I can build a lower in about 15 minutes. I can do a full lower in about 15 minutes. If I got all the stuff laid out, I can do it in about 15 minutes, no problem. Yeah, and that is true. Joe Morgan says, just get a drop-in trigger. You will want one later. Just try. A drop-in trigger is a lot better than a 2-stage and all the regular, not the 2-stage, but the regular triggers that they come in the 2 pieces and all that stuff. But those triggers are not hard to do either. It's just drop-in triggers are a little bit better. I feel like they are a little bit better. And that's what I use in my ARs now is drop-in triggers. That's why 15 minutes easy. I can build a lower. Miss K says she wants a Glock 19 or a 19X. Listen, you can't go wrong with it. I don't want no Glock 19X. I got a Glock 19. I don't want the X. I want the regular 19. I like the 19 a little bit better than the 19X. Hold up, I messed up. I don't where. Oh Lord, where was I at? Yeah, Santee, watch out because once you build that one, you gonna think you the gunsmith of the year, boy. You gonna be like, hey, I built this, son. You know what I'm saying? So just watch out. Don't get the big head. You know your head already big as it. Don't get the big head on building that daggone AR now. You know what I'm saying? That thing gonna put you on a new level. A new level. Hey man, got me hooked on 1911. Thanks. It's what I first carried in the service. Your real friend got me. Cheer to Sean. Okay. A drop in trigger, Santee. A CMC drop-in triggers, those are nice too. Those are real nice, and they're not that expensive. They're not too expensive either. T Watts, what's going on, man? You can make it look how you want to. Oh, Chocolate Drizzle is in the house. Chocolate Drop, what's going on? Block 43X is better. Nah, sorry, nah. I got a 42. That 43X, I don't know, man. You got to get different magazines to make it a double stack. I just ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling that. Of course. T Watt says 10 rounds. I'm not talking about. I understand that 10 rounds is all you need, but I don't like a single stack gun. They're just too small for me. I really don't like the single stack guns. So I that's just how I feel about it. I'd rather have the bigger guns. My hands are a little bit bigger, so I'd rather have the bigger guns. But you know what I'm saying? Scope Out says I like working with mil spec parts. I like mil spec parts too, man. But sometimes aftermarket, man, they just make it better, man. Sometimes those triggers are a lot better aftermarket than they are mil spec. Monty says, tell me how you guys feel about the Chris Vector. I love my Chris Vector, man. Now, as far as what they try to say about it, it takes out the recoil because of the system and all that stuff. I don't feel like that's all the way true. It still has this felt recoil, but it is a different gun, and I like mine. I've not had a problem with it. My selector switch, as far as the safety switch, not selector switch. I don't have a selector switch. My safety on it broke because I was carrying it in my patrol car for a year. I carried it on patrol for a year, man, because I was carrying a Glock 45 and I wanted the magazines to interchange with the two. So I qualified with my 45 and I qualified my Chris Vector, and I carried that thing. Anytime I brought it out, man, everybody was asking what it was, could they hold it and all that stuff. So I stopped carrying it. But I did have it I carried it for a year. Got a Ruger AR-556 using it for close quarter home defense. Could you recommend an optic and light? You can't go wrong with an Olight Odin. Olight Odin is a pretty good light, or the Streamlight. That's a pretty good light too. And as far as optics go, what size is the barrel? What length is the barrel? I don't know anything about Glocks. Well, Flocks is what she said, but I don't know anything about it. But I heard this guy say he has a Glock 9. Is that a such thing? A Glock 9mm is probably what he was talking about. But he probably, like, the 19 is a 9mm, the 17 is 9mm, 18 is 9mm. So he probably had one of those. Or 43X, 43, 45. Those are 9mm also. Gort says building your own AR is addictive. Yeah, man, it is very addictive, man. I'm telling you, I got 4 more in there that I want to build, but I just don't want them to look the same. So I'm waiting to do it, but I really want to just go ahead and build them. No Wood, what up? What's going on with you, No Wood? Yeah, that's the thing. I agree with Joe, man. You don't want to skip on the BCG, which is the bulk carrier group. You don't want to skip on that, and you don't want to skip on your trigger. The things that make the gun work, you do not want to skip on. A lot of people they don't worry about the bulk carrier group and all that stuff, which I do have some cheap bulk carrier groups because they were just builds I was just trying to put together, and they're not guns that I'm gonna go for grabbing, right off. I just wanted to get the gun finished. But when it comes to like the one I carry in my patrol car, I got good bulk carrier group in that one. That bulk carrier group was probably like $250 for that one. I've bought a $99 and $89 bulk carrier group, you know what I'm saying, from Palmetto State just to see how well it worked. And I have not been able to put the rounds through it like I want to, but it's just one of them things. Can law enforcement carry a 5.7 on as a sidearm? Yes, in my department you can. I carried one as a backup. Well, I didn't carry it as a backup. I qualified with it, and it was, when I say backup, I didn't carry it on me as a backup. I just carried it. If I didn't want to carry my regular one, I could carry my 5.7. So yes, I did qualify with it. I never carried it, but I did qualify with it to carry it, just in case I wanted to feel froggy one day and carry it. You know what I'm saying? T.Y. says, how's the crime over there? A lot of guys here in Greensboro are getting shot left and right. Man, hey, it's happening everywhere, man. We've had a few shootings here lately too, so it's happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere. Gort, man, you good, man. Good God. 4 a.m. Where are you at? Just checking and see you on the next one. All right, No Wood. Appreciate you coming, man. Scope says, what do you think about the High Point 10 millimeter carbine? Listen, I've heard some real good things about that 10 millimeter High Point carbine. I would not get it because High Point just has a bad name, but I've heard some good things about it. I would go for something different if it was me. I really don't have any feelings about it because I've never shot it. I don't like to speak about guns that I've never shot. It's not anything that interests me as far as my collection goes, but like I said, I've heard nothing but good things about it. Actually, Keith Hilton has one. He was one of the first ones I did my rating subscriber guns video about, was his 10 millimeter. Rainier Arms makes great trigger guard. Yes, they do. They make a pretty good drop-in trigger too. Trell says, I recently read in self-defense situations, most of the time the firearm will get taken for evidence and you don't get it back. I know it's different everywhere, but in the case for most, yes, I mean, it has to be taken as long as there is an investigation going on. As long as there's an investigation going on, yes, it will be taken for evidence, just in case charges need to be brought up or something like that. Now, if they take your firearm, they can't keep it. They have to give it back to you. Now, there might be certain things that you have to do to get that firearm back. Like I know a police department close to me, you have to have a purchase permit or something like that to get it back, because in North Carolina, you have to have a permit to purchase. So if you can get a permit to purchase, you take it up there and they'll give you your gun back. But most cases I have heard where departments are trying to keep guns, and if you push it, they can't just keep your gun. So they have to give your gun back, especially if there haven't been any charges and the investigation is closed. They can't just keep your gun. So you're right about that, but for the most part, but yes, you will get your gun back. Had to go with get the $500 AR. Have nothing. Right, I upgraded the gun after the fact. Diesel, Jason, and CRS firearms really helped me out. Nice. There ain't nothing wrong with a $500 AR, man. There ain't nothing wrong with it, man. I'll tell you, some of the ARs I've built, and the reason why I say this is because I was seeing how cheap I could build an AR for. That's why I bought the real cheap bulk carrier group. That's why I bought the real cheap brace, all that stuff. I built an AR for $300. You know what I'm saying? Now this is back in 2019, but I built an AR for $300, no problem at all. So, you know, and they run. Now I don't take them to the range that often, but they did what they were supposed to do. So I mean, I really don't have nothing bad to say about them. So it is what, and back 2019, you could get an AR for $450 built. It took a year to get my stolen gun back from trial. Yes. Now, if there is a trial or something like that, it might take you a long time. The reason why is because a judge has to sign off on that gun going back to its owner. And sometimes there's a miscommunication between the judge and the prosecution about where the gun goes and stuff like that. So there was a situation one time where the judge had ruled that the gun be destroyed. Then afterwards, the DA found out and saw it, and they had to go back to the judge to get the judge to sign off on the gun going back to the owner. So it's one of those things, you know what I'm saying? It has to be signed. It has to go through a judge to get back to you if there's a trial or something like that. So that's probably why it took you so long. Is North Carolina a stand your ground state? I don't know what you mean by stand your ground, but what isn't necessarily a stand your ground state, but it is a defend yourself state. Yes. There are things in the law that make it, the law's written to where it says that if you have a way of escape, you should escape, but they do allow for you to defend yourself, basically. $300 now. We're talking. Hey, Santee, you can't build no AR for no $300 these days. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You probably, if you want to build an AR cheap these days, you're probably talking about $500 or $600 now these days. It won't be no $300. I can tell you that much now. I've tried it. I have tried it. Sadly said, no, I've seen some ARs on Palmetto State, man. They have some good sales, man. So if you're looking for a cheap AR, go to Palmetto State. They have some real good sales on some. They have some Blim ARs that go for like $600, man. Yeah, Trail, you'll be able to get your gun back, man. I mean, now, like I said, it might be a while if there is a case or a trial or something like that. It might be a while for you to get your gun back, but you will eventually be able to get your gun back. Monty said, I was always taught if the threat is coming to or after you, pop until it drops. I'm just saying. That ain't necessarily the truth. That ain't necessarily the truth, bro. We say stop the threat. Just stop the threat. That doesn't mean they stop. That doesn't mean they drop. That doesn't mean anything. They might turn around and run away. That could stop the threat also. So that, I mean, I get what you're saying, but that could become a problem if you keep that same mentality. Santee said, I just don't want my AR to sound ugly like one of those built ones I hear at the range sometimes. Sound ugly. I don't know. Some ARs are not built correctly and they're not seated well with the upper and the lower. Shoot, you got K-Foss Tactical that can help you also, man. So you got a lot of people that can help you, Santee. You shouldn't have a problem. So I mean, that's the thing. Like Santee, when you ready to build, you just let the family know, and we got you. We got you. Don't even worry about all that other stuff. T Watt, somebody already asked me that, man. I don't watch basketball, man. That's a girl sport, man. Them boys too soft. Them boys too soft, man. I don't even watch basketball no more. I used to watch it, but I don't watch it no more. All right, y'all, man. I've been on this thing for an hour and 45 minutes, man. I'm about to get off of here, man. Getting a little tired. Get a little tired. Eyes getting a little low. So I appreciate everybody coming to see your boy, man, spending this time with me. Like I said, this was a last minute thing. I had ate me some Taco Tuesdays, and just thought I'd come over here and holler at y'all real quick. So y'all be good, man. And you know what it is, man. Yeah, I'm getting old. I'm out.